Don't worry about anything else. You want to just pick up the putter, and whatever your natural stroke is that's committed, metronome-like and committed with conviction, I want you to do 2, then a 3rd, then a 4th, put a ball down, 5th. Then you pace out how far that ball's gone. Hi everyone, Murdoch here, hope you're well. Now in this video I want to talk about distance control on long putts. If you feel like you're a golfer that's lacking in feel, hard to visualize, hard to gauge distance on these long putts, I'm talking 20 feet plus, 20, 30, 40 feet and longer. Develop a feel, but I call it putting by numbers. So what that is gauging from how far you naturally take the putter back. You mark it, that natural stroke you have. Now everyone's got a stroke that initially have with the putter when they walk onto the putting green, throw a couple of balls down, look up, and that initial stroke back and through is their natural blueprint, I call it. I want you to concentrate on that stroke. I want you to do 3 or 4, maybe 5 strokes without the ball, marked on how wide your stance is. Use that as a template to the right foot, to the left foot, or just outside the right to just outside the left. I want you to pay attention to that more than you ever have before. So for me, on a long putt, let's say it's about 20 feet, you don't need to be precise here. I want you to concentrate on that stroke, back and through. I want you to have identical strokes, 4 of them. And now my 4th. That's your process. The 5th one, you throw a ball down, no hole needed. That felt identical to me. Now, from where you hit that ball from, I want you to pace out. 1, 2, 3. So on this occasion, 7 paces, 21 feet was how far that ball travelled on this speed of green. Now I'm in England, the greens aren't very fast. Nice quality, but they're not very fast. So 21 feet, that stroke produced distance. Now recall that stroke again. Don't care you're not aiming at a hole yet. Think of that stroke. You've done 4. Then the 5th one you hit the ball. Again, I've hit a replica putt. So on the speed of these greens today, my natural stroke that I'm paying attention to, I've had 5 in a row, that's 21 feet. So now when you're on the golf course, you've got a stock 21 foot range putting stroke. So when you're on the course, you pace out your putts. If I'm 20 feet, I've got an identical stroke to hit it 20 feet. If it's downhill, I've paced out 25 feet, say, it's slightly downhill, I've still got my 20-foot range because I'm going to go for that, and that'll take care of the slight downhill. If I'm 16 foot or so and it's uphill, I've got the same range stroke again. So do you see where I'm going with this? You've now got a comfortable putting stroke for 25 feet to 16 feet, depending if it's flat, uphill or downhill. So suddenly, hitting the ball in the middle of the green, you're not going to be more than 20, 25 feet away from the pin, unless your golf course has got huge greens. But this model works. If it's 30 feet, you just add a bit more length to it based on that initial blueprint. 15 feet and under, you've got a realistic chance of making a few of these. Certainly inside 10 feet, you don't worry about pace. You've got that little set stroke that from 6 to 8 to 10 feet doesn't differ much. That's a separate category. But you've got a base model now, a template that you focus on. Remember, long putts, you're not worrying about holing so much. you want good distance control. Good distance control produces an accurate way of reading the greens. If you're struggling with some putts 8 feet short, another one's 10 feet by, it's going to be next to impossible for you to read greens consistently. So just like in the big swings, when I get you focusing on striking commitment after understanding the good position you need to be in to produce a good ball turf compressed strike before you worry about number 3, the outcome, this is the formula for putting. Start with your basic stroke. Don't worry about anything else. You want to just pick up the putter, and whatever your natural stroke is that's committed, metronome-like and committed with conviction, I want you to do 2, then a 3rd, then a 4th, put a ball down, 5th. Then you pace out how far that ball's gone. Work accordingly. Now when you look at a green, downhill, uphill, add a bit more, take a bit off, or that same stroke will produce a ball running a little bit further because it's downhill and a little bit less as it's uphill. Give this a go. I'm sure it'll work for you. Putting by numbers. Hope this helps you. Leave a like, leave a comment. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.